feel about those games.
No,
There is
I could see where I would get aggravated as fuck too, though, playing that. I mean, that would piss
but
me off.
Yeah, but
I mean,
unfortunately,
stuff like Daisy
you're gonna find anybody who's playing like that in any type of survival game that's online. I mean, there's always gonna be, there's always gonna be the guy who's been there since day one, and whether it's H1Z1, DayZ, I mean, any survival game, you're always gonna find somebody who's always been, around. There's gonna be a guy with a fortress. There's gonna be a guy who can run a city on his own. I mean, you just gotta, you gotta cope with that, and that's a huge thing with survival games, is coping with somebody's
I want to
always
be
gonna
that
be better
guy.
than you.
What I gotta do to be that guy?
Play it day one.
Oh,
I mean, I know exactly what he's talking about, because on Ark, I mean, me and my friends, we bought it, the second it came out, and we had this big fucking base on the server that we played on. We'd go around on our fucking sabers, and we'd be like, hey, you know what, you're gonna pay us this much, or we're gonna come over here and we're gonna trank all your dinosaurs and kill them, blah blah blah. Just to mess around with people, kind of like ask them to pay protection, like a mafia type thing. And it's just, I mean, it's something to do to keep the game from getting boring.
That's exactly the point. That's why all these alphas, like, that's the only thing that really keeps them in the game, because the fact that they have nothing to do, there's nothing to progress, so it makes the game boring. But they'll make their own fun up, and that fun involves murdering the hell out of everyone else, because it's the only element of the game which is still functioning.
Sniper, top of the tower.
I mean,
although wasn't the volcano supposed to blow up? Didn't it blow up already?
I have no idea. I don't know.
I know the big volcano blew up, and yeah, something about the big volcano blew up, and now everybody around the volcano has had to restart or something like that.
I'll be right back.
So like, even out, so now there's gonna be like real-time events where, if you're caught in the middle of that, I mean, it's a tragedy, but you gotta redo whatever the fuck you had going on. Just to kind of throw a little bit of surprise in.
It's also about commitment as well, because the fact that there could be two alphas that are fighting over each other, and one of which plays the game a couple hours less because he actually has a life more than the other guy. It's just about who has a life and who doesn't. And oh god. What's all these guys down here? We've killed so many of these guys, and these keep coming.
I know. I went down there to try to go get Sai, and I took off about 7 or 8. Still died. I could get that though, because that's like Ghost Recon, man. I got so tired and burned out on Ghost Recon because we've done literally everything. Now I'm back to playing it. It's fun again now, but I had to take off a 2 or 3 week period where I didn't even put the game in, So I can understand.
Yeah, I mean, just like with the alphas we're talking about, the Reapers are still playing a lot more because the fact that we make our own fun up. We're making scenarios, we're doing role play, we're doing all these. We're trying to implement our own aspects of the game, and a bit like what we just been talking about, but without murdering people. That's not part of the game. Oh god. H1Z1 and DayZ, I would say, are much better when it comes to balancing out player base, because people can have a lot more things in DayZ and H1Z1. Yeah, I get that, but objects and weapons and things are balanced out in the game. The developers balance out stuff like that, so there's only so much a player can do to you, even if he's if he's been playing the game on that server for hundreds of hours. You can kill him just as much as he can kill you. I mean, he could have a better assault rifle than him, but you could have better tactics, and you can just completely annihilate him, even though you've only had 2 hours in the game, for example, and he's had hundreds of hours. So I prefer those types of games, but something like Ark Survival, I don't think it's balanced at all. It has no balance at all to any of it, and that just gets me annoyed. I played much less of it. As I said, I used to play quite a bit of it, and I just got so frustrated at it because I just wanted to play a fun game, and if you're not the alpha, it's not fun. But you'd think that it would be fun without alphas, which it probably would. I mean, if they find a way to balance everyone else out, which is impossible in a game like that, because things are so OP compared to other things. I mean, you can be riding a slug, and then there could be another guy riding a dragon. I mean, obviously the
Don't they have
dragon's
PvE servers now?
They do, but it's people say it's not fun because I think it's more fun to have PvP, that element, because it has a sense of danger and a new element to the game. But it's the unbalanced PvP that I don't like. Having PvP, I'd be all for. It's the fact that a guy can start off in that server and never ever be allowed to progress because an alpha just keeps annihilating them because there's too much lag. I mean, if you look at the trophies for Ark Survival, only like 70% of people who started the application have got the first trophy ever, and that's just to survive for one day. So it shows you the fact that players get put off so much. New players get put off so much. They start up the game thinking, "Oh yeah, I've seen so many YouTube videos of this. This looks awesome," and then they join and then realize they just keep annihilating after server, and they can't even make it past the first day. It puts people off playing the game. So that's why the player base of Ark was so low at one point until things were updated and new features were added, and yet still the game's unbalanced. It would always boost the player base and keeping it alive. I keep track of all these games as much as possible. I look at all the stats of all these games to see how they're doing, and Ark's just one of those which hasn't. It just isn't good for me for my playstyle anymore. Oh, I just fell to my death from a cliff. What are you guys doing over there? You just sit there talking.
I'm down in the mines. Trying to gather some resources.
The only thing I don't like about DayZ, and I know it's the aspect of the game, but I wish you didn't lose like literally everything. I mean, I understand losing some of it, but like when you die, you lose everything.
Well, that's why they implemented stuff like bases in, because that's what allowed people to put all their loot in. But that takes, of course, that takes time to get. But that's the point. It doesn't take like absolutely, because if you play enough of DayZ on a server, you do get to a point where you don't really mind if you die. After some time, everyone in that server is at that stage, so it's okay. Everyone's the same. Even new players, all they have to do is just avoid them. And but there's never a single group of players that are dominating because it's not that unbalanced. So I prefer DayZ and H1Z1 to Ark Survival.
Well, I mean, that could also be argued due to the fact that people can have clans and shit like that. So if they're working together, they make
like organizations.
Well, they protect their tents and shit like that. From what I've seen, I've not seen the build aspect of it, Walters, yet, but I have seen like people taking the 55-gallon drums and hide them in trees and stuff like that. I have seen that. Hey, Nasty, you know I love you. But yeah, I love DayZ. I just wish I don't have no Steam friends where I've got like 200 PlayStation friends, but I don't really have no Steam friends to play it with. That's kind of my thing.
You only need PlayStation friends.
Yeah. Well, I would like for it to come on. It's supposed to come on PlayStation 4, but this thing's been alpha for 4 years. DayZ's been in alpha for 4 years now. It just come into beta.
You think they've given up on it?
No, they have not given up on it. Trust me.
They absolutely not.
They've made. You gotta. I think the two guys that's played it the most will agree. They've made a shit ton of money for a game being a beta for 4 years.
Oh yeah.
Because it's $30.
Well, I mean,
it's $30 right now.
The game is so or the development team is so small that 4 years and how much they've done in those 4 years is ridiculous.
Yeah, and plus you got to think. I mean, with a game that has so many advancements. I mean, with the survival aspect of it. I mean, for that to come out now. I mean, think about it 4 years ago. I mean, could you imagine a game with that type of quality back then? I mean, with the amount of things that you can do in DayZ and what they're planning to come out with. I mean, that's a lot for a development team to come up with, and I mean, you know, I don't expect that game to come out on PS4 until at least 2018, honestly. I mean, and that's if they start, you know, pushing out something serious. Because I mean, you know, if they're too busy working on the PC port, I mean, why would they give two shits about the console port?
True.
Yeah, they're gonna want to perfect the PC port before they even try to throw it out on console. Otherwise, they're gonna be a company that throws out shit content.
Well, I mean,
you don't want to be deemed another Ubisoft or something like that, where you just throw out half-ass games.
Speaking of Ubisoft, I was doing my research this morning on up-and-coming games. Did you know that Ubisoft is doing the Avatar game? No, they're doing Avatar as well. So not only do they have all the Ghost Recon, the Siege, Assassin's Creed.
What? Like?
No, they're coming out with a legitimate game, Avatar.
No,
That's
Avatar the game was a game in PS3 which I absolutely adored. It was one of my favorite PS3 games of all time. I really, really enjoyed it.
But they're coming out with a new one.
There was already a game, and the company for that game, I can't remember what it was, but it was a really, really good game. I really enjoyed it. It was one of those movie games which you don't really expect to be good.
Right.
There was two movie games that I really enjoyed. There was
Are you talking about the Telltale series?
No, it was Avatar the game, and it was an open world.
Wait, are we talking about Avatar:
game.
The Last Airbender?
It was a fairly
No, the blue
decent sized
people.
open world.
Blue people.
Oh, okay. I'm sitting here like
okay.
I don't remember.
That's what's
Yang.
always confuses me when somebody mentions Avatar. They
The blue
always seem to
people.
forget about the TV show.
The people who have sex with their hair.
That's right.
Well,
Fucking
they're
hair fetish.
supposedly Ubisoft's working on a new one, so that's probably why.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
I mean, if you guys know how much I played for the Avatar the game, you definitely know that was a big. I mean, like, I don't know
Wait,
why.
why are they
it just has
pushing
such
for a new
feeling.
one? Are they making a second Avatar?
Yeah, they
Oh
are.
yeah, it's in
Yeah,
works
yeah.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be coming out next year, like first of next year.
I mean, but then again, the first Avatar took 20 years to make.
That's true.
That bitch is good though, man.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, don't get me wrong.
It was in like concept art for like 5 years though, so you know, it probably would have taken about 15 years to make if they didn't just stay in concept the whole time. But
Well, but I
like
mean,
5
they
years.
stayed there the whole time because they didn't have the technology to make it as good as they wanted it to, you know?
Yeah,
But you
man,
know
James
how-
Cameron just made all the concept.
You know how much money
I'm
they
just
made off
glad
that
they
freaking
waited.
thing?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that easily... What wasn't it? It was in billions,
It
wasn't
was
it?
definitely in the billions.
It
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
I think it was the second. I know it was the first most expensive film, and the second was Titanic for some bloody reason.
Well, I mean, to sink a ship, it costs a lot of money, you know?
But it wasn't a real ship though.
No, I know. It's just
Yeah, you get the point though.
a little bit of German humor, I know. It's
And
not
I think the
nothing matter.
director for Avatar was the son of the director for Titanic or something like that.
No, same guy.
So they must really like money, I guess.
I thought it
No.
was
So,
the
yeah,
son.
James
Same guy.
Cameron...
Same guy.
Yeah, he made
Oh,
this
it's the same
Titanic.
guy, yeah. So James Cameron just really likes to use money, I guess.
And
Well,
he
one
knows
thing
how
one
to
of-
use that money.
Well,
Yeah,
one
he
thing
had to
about
buy a
James,
gold-plated Maserati.
one thing about him, he don't make bad movies though. He really does not.
He
I
made
heard about-
Titanic.
Well, they okay. Put it this way: they make a boatload of money. Both of them do. Or all the
Yeah,
movies
yeah,
that he
yeah.
directs make a boatload of money.
Let's make a movie about a boat that fucking ran into an iceberg because somebody didn't fucking do their job right.
Yo, guys, come up. Well, actually, Max, come over here. Look,
Okay.
look, I've just found a little bit of a stunt I can do. It looks so badass. The position of these towers, if you vault over the front sandbag, you know the small towers, the small sniper towers that these cartel have. If you vault over the 12
zombie invasion!
Oh?
sandbags, if you just vault over it, you like land perfectly on the handrail on the other side, like you're a complete badass.
Oh,
So that
You should
does
come
look
over here
cool
and
as
show
fuck.
you.
That
Yeah,
would
go
be
ahead,
fun.
do it again.
Are you here?
Yeah, I'm
You
watching
see?
you. Yeah.
Alright,
fucking
so
slain by an
I
Enderman,
vault
son
over
of a
and then I
dick.
land on the handrail.
That's
And I
badass.
can now walk along the handrail.
That is badass.
and now you can use the handrail because you can't get up here in any other way. So.
I'm gonna head off for a bit. Oh, I'm gonna go take Vicky out for lunch. I'll be back later on.
Oh yeah, I don't blame you for taking Vicky out for lunch. I'd do the same thing, buddy.
Bro, oh my God, Chip, Dale, man.
He looks like Wonder Woman.
He does, dude.
Oh,
body's not there, but face is right there.
Like, I'd go to brag to all my buddies, like, I'm dating Wonder Woman. You see her? That's what she looks like. That's her right there. You need to go buy the outfit for her. I mean, I don't know if you're kinky or not.
Dating Gal Gadot.
No, she only looks like Wonder Woman when she had the Snapchat filter for Wonder Woman on her head. Like, it looked exactly like her. Weird, but...
Yeah, buy her the outfit. I mean...
Is she Amazonian?
No, she's Colombian. Same thing.
Same thing.
Walrus, have you heard of Lost Region?
What region?
It's called Lost Region. It's a alpha game right now, and it has a lot of the DayZ H1Z1 elements to it without zombies.
I actually haven't heard of it, which is surprising.
It's like
I mean, it's a lost region. If you heard of it, it kind of, defeat the name.
I got your joke.
I'll look it up.
I got your joke. It's only $10, and it's an alpha stage right now, just to let you know. But it's a lot like what we're talking about. I played it, and it's pretty fun. They're still building, obviously, since it's an alpha. They're adding stuff to it all the time. It's a small developer. I want to think the developers are Russian, maybe, or something to that effect. I mean, but they're really small but really cool.
Anybody remember Firefly, that game?
I remember the movie or the TV show with the guy that played Castle in it.
It was a game. I don't think it had anything to do with the show or anything, but it was pretty cool.
One game that I'm really disappointed isn't coming to PlayStation and is like an Xbox exclusive is State of Decay.
Oh my God! Now you're talking my language. Now me and you on the same page, buddy. There's State of Decay.
Either.
They're supposed to be coming out with the second one sometime this year.
Yeah, it comes out in November. Yeah. It's
what's this game? I haven't heard of it.
It's called State of Decay. It's only out on State of Decay 2 this year, but it's only out on Xbox. But what it does is, you're basically a zombie survivor or some kind of outbreak. When they die, they turn into something that lives. But you literally have to go get your building supplies, your medical supplies, your guns, your building materials. You explore everything, and then if you die, you die. And there's multiple characters. There's like 40 or 50 characters you can be. Well, I'd say 20 or 30 at least. But anyways, but if that character dies, they die, and then you have to. Once you keep getting more people, you have to actually go get bigger bases and then build them bases up to protect you from the zombies and the hordes and stuff. It's
about like 70 to die then.
Have you heard of Days Gone?
Yes, I've heard of Days Gone.
I have heard of that a bit.
You know, it's made by Naughty Dog, right? Who made The Last of Us?
No, it's I think it's made by SIE.
What? Art is made by Naughty Dog.
You're talking about Days Gone, right?
Yeah, Days Gone.
Yeah, no, it's not made by Naughty Dog, but that's gonna be a really good PS4 exclusive, and it's a zombie survival.
Yeah, but that's gonna be scary.
You're supposed to have to find your own gas. You're supposed to build your own shit.
That was like the one with loads of zombies in E3. That was like the one with like tons of zombies.
Yeah, where the guy was like to the train yard, and all of a sudden like zombies just started like barreling out of the fucking cart. Yeah, that was
pouring in. Yeah. Like, as much as that looks cool and all, I mean, wouldn't that get repetitive eventually? But,
It's going to get hard.
If it's truly going to be a survival game, I mean, I'm assuming you'll go up against hordes and shit.
If it's an open world survival, then of course I'll check it out.
I gotta give them credit, though, because the horde that they have is unlike any other game I've ever seen, because most of them will have like 10...
I didn't see any frame drop either, and I didn't see any frame drop either, and they said it was running on a PS4 Pro, so... Oh, was it PS4 Pro or was it PS4 regular? I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was PS4.
Yeah, it was the regular PS4 because The PS4 Pro wasn't out at the time.
It looked good.
Oh wait, that was the new game. That was that. Yeah, I know what he's talking about.
It sure looked good, is all I'll say.
Yeah, it does.
The trailer looks good. It's actual gameplay, so that tells you something too. That's why I know
the AI wasn't really. It was actually pretty smart for being so early in development.
Yeah. But see, that's the problem. People are just gonna, they're gonna release the alpha version, slap the tag on for $60, and then, they'll already have the money. That's what so many games get wrong. They already, hey, here, take the alpha, just pay $60, and you'll get whatever we want to throw at you because you're already fucking paying for it.
You're right. I was wrong. You're right. I was wrong. What's cool about this is instead of being like the traditional hero, you're going to be like a biker guy, and you're going to kind of be, a good guy,
a dick.
but you're going to kind of be a dick too. So you're not going to be. It's not the traditional hero type game. It's going to be this guy's been through a lot of crap in his life. He was a part of a biker gang, and now he's a bounty hunter. So it's going to go from that to I guess he gets into becoming a hero at some point, but it's just I'm really high on that game. I think it's one of the top 5 games coming out this year, and that's even with Red Dead Redemption. State of Decay is another game that State of Decay 2.
Oh wait, for a second, I looked at somebody. What the hell? There's 85 comments on your video, the story time with Maximus.
Oh really?
Yeah,
I've only seen 9. Well, it's a controversial topic that we've talked about that
9.
day.
Oh, wait, you're streaming right now?
Yeah. Just our conversations. I mean, it's cool. I don't know
I'm just watching. You just got me up. Oh, I'm so. Yo, you've got your HUD on. I've just noticed. Oh, nice job. I don't mind.
No, well, I ain't played him forever. No, I ain't played him forever, and I was just trying to. I got you though. I can turn it all off. It don't really matter.
No. I'm not one of those people. I do never ever force anyone to use any form of options. The only thing I was doing was because when you guys asked for the don't know why I'm rushing around. I'm not playing super serious for that's why I'm dying. Don't get me up. I'm just talking.
You're good, buddy.
Yeah.
Every time I play with you, I have a lot of fun.
I mean, when we're talking about the medical drone, that was because I have a rule that I don't use it, so I didn't want to use it.
No, that's cool, man. Like I said, I try to adapt myself to however anybody wants to play. If they want to play, extreme no HUD, I can do that. If they want to play no medical drone, I'll do that. I mean, to me, it's all about who you're with. If you got a 4-man crew, if you're working together the right way, it doesn't matter as long as you're all doing the same thing. But we've played, me and Size played before, and people jumped in, and they have it on easy, and we've got it on extreme, and as soon as they go down there, they've killed everybody, before we can get there. So, that's my thing. I just try to adapt to whoever I'm playing with. I
don't use matchmake. There's one thing I didn't do with this game. I've only matchmaked twice. One of which was the very, very first time I ever got the game, and I joined to try and just to see what was around. I joined with my friend Grit, and we just looked around, and that's when I found the first people we came across was a guy called White Delight and Big Taste Bull or something, and it was just like, oh, who the hell are these guys? And then they talked about, and we were just about to leave them. We thought they were absolute crazy people because the way they were talking. But eventually I realised the fact that, the way he was wanting to play the game is the way I wanted to play the game. Then we became friends, and then this is what they started to do, the task force.
Yeah, task force now.
So I was glad that I did the matchmaking the first game, but the second time, oh my god, it was so annoying because everyone else had all their difficulty at really easy. They had all the HUD on, they had everything. Every time I'd do it, like some kind of mission, they just rush in and just take out everyone with ultimate accuracy, just completely annihilate a whole base, and complain the fact that I just took too long and stuff. When one of them would go down, I'm like, oh my god, and that's when I just left because I'm not for just rushing into a base and just completely taking out everything, because to be fair, I can't do that because I don't know where any of the enemies are because the way I play. So as much as I enjoy trying to adapt because some other people will also play different to me. I just don't like the fact that other people get annoyed because the fact that they can just do everything and I do nothing. There's no point to me being there, is there? At that point, you know, if they don't need any help, they can just do whatever they want to do without the need for anyone else. Then what the hell am I doing there? So I just stopped, and I'm only playing with the people I know now. And of course, when we move on to recruiting, that's we'll use the community for that rather than matchmaking. So I'm never going to use matchmaking. Cut their power. It's stupid because if you're going onto someone else's game, they can just kick you at any time. They can just kick you because you're not playing the way they like to play. Oh god. Oh, I didn't even mean to parachute.
Well, you survived that though, that's awesome.
I did, and I'm going on top of the building. Jesus.
Derek, what you up to right now?
Level on the mountain to the right.
Sweet. I'm trying to work a little bit on the
I'm gonna go downstairs and get them to eat.
Okay. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna branch this out, and then I'll probably use this as like a second housing area.
Yo, do you think White would like the fact that because White's always looking for new games, Max, he's always looking for new games because the fact that he doesn't want the Reapers to play this game all the time. He wants to play them. He wants to branch them out to all other games, and he was thinking about all these different games. And there was one that we just saw recently that was Ready or Not, which is like that SWAT simulator. We thought that's gonna come out in a wee while. There's also all those kind of tactical games. We want to find a game that's quite tactical and requires a lot of communication. Do you think?
Well, for I would really suggest for y'all, knowing y'all like I do, I think y'all need to go Rainbow Six Siege because there's not more of a tactical game than that. Big Papa bought it. The OG plays it, so you can ask the OG about it. But they have a game. They have casual and then they have ranked. Now it's timed. So you have to be tactical and be not in a hurry, but in a rush. But I'm telling y'all, for y'all, tactical, 5 man per lobby, so you can have 5 man instead of 4 like this game in your lobby.
I definitely know what the game is. I definitely know what the game. I've watched a lot of
tactical realism.
The thing is, it's the fact that I mean, the reason why White doesn't like it is different to why I don't like it, but I don't like the game. I'd probably give it a try if I thought it was ultimately worth it. Which I might.
Well, you ought to because we've been playing a lot with OG.
The reason why the reason why White doesn't like it is the fact that he uses a famous phrase called unrealistically restrictive, and which just basically means that it's not realistic in ways that you'd know where other people are and all that kind of thing.
Tactical realism.
Yeah.
No. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that's the answer.
Yeah.
In Rainbow Six, in the private lobbies, there's an option for tactical realism. And that's so that way you don't see teammates, you can't tag people on cameras.
Tag people, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can. It has
that.
That
Sounds definitely fun.
It has that for you. Go ahead.
People in that game though will not be playing like us. The fact that it's multiplayer will be that we will find it hard to adapt with other players in the game because they can be all like lone wolves. There can be guys all by themselves, wandering around the map, all by themselves, taking us out one by one, while us, we like to always stick in a team and breach together and always stick with another. But in that game, that can just cost you the whole game every time because the fact that you're all together, a single grenade can just annihilate you all, and there's gadgets in that game that can wipe whole rooms out. You know, it also one guy could be moving around, and because of the way the health works, you know, one guy could take us all out with it because we won't be expecting just one or so guys moving around because that's the way we're playing. So us versus someone else who's like us would be good, but us versus someone else who is just a lone wolf running around, we won't be prepared for that, so we're just going to get annihilated in that game if we play the same way as we do in Ghost Recon.
Well, I can tell you this.
Yeah, so what you do is you just go to a private lobby. If you go to a private lobby, you can pick 5 people or 10 people, 5 on each team from your
your clan,
and you won't have to worry about the roamer.
There you go.
Because you'll be playing against people you know that are tactical.
I'm going to tell you though, OG is a diamond, which is great. First of all, and he is a roamer. I mean, literally. I mean, that's like wouldn't you say that, Star? I mean, you're a diamond as well.
That's my only thing against him is that he's more about the kill, and
he's such a roamer. Like, but I'm just saying, like, y'all ought to think about it, because there is a way for y'all to get what y'all want out of the game and play it. And you know, that's what I would say.
I was one who at the beginning of playing the game.
Wait, what'd you say?
I was one at the beginning of playing the game where I was so bad at it, or I thought I was bad at it, that I just didn't enjoy the game and stuff like that. And but then like recently I started to get better because I finally realized what I needed to do, and I learned that curve for actually getting good at the game, and now it's just really enjoyable for me. Like, it's hard to learn, but once you get it, you got it.
I would like to add, though, another thing about it that's amazing is everybody's on the same playing field. There's no guns better. I mean, it's just like you can add mods to them, but nothing that brings the damage up or anything that brings up. All it is like a sight or a silencer. I mean, just simple stuff. And so everybody's on the same playing field. Yeah, everybody has all the characters, or the operators, the attackers, and the defenders. They've all got some kind of special trait. But there's also another. Yeah. There's also a defender that would. Okay, say if you got an attacker, if he has a special trait, there's a defender that can counter that. Okay, but you don't know who's going to pick that. But like like you said about the guy Fuse, I use him all the time. He puts this little thing, I call it a hockey puck. It'll come in, 3 of them will come out, and they'll blow up the room. Well, there's 2 different people that can counter that, and he can't even. It won't even go off But as far as like weapons and stuff, like you can pick it up right now, and you'd have as good as weapons as I have. I mean, that's just how it is. It's nobody's better than anybody. It's a very evenly playing field. Wouldn't you say that, Star? It's more skills than.
Also, if you really wanted to make it so that there was no, like, if everybody had exactly the same options, you could just use recruits, which are the base level characters, and you could just use the weapons instead of having special operators.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because what's that one that's it got released in that like Velvet up DLC or something? There's like the person who could like look at the footprints, and then for some reason when they scan the footprints, you know where the guy's location is. I mean, that's just silly, but you know. Yeah, I'll definitely consider it. I'll talk to White about it.
I think there's a lot. I get what you're saying, but I think there's a lot more to it than you. I just think we play it all the time. Us 3 play it all the time, and we've got to where we play with OG all the time. And I mean, it's and I tell you what, if y'all got to a point where y'all got comfortable, rank's another step up, man. It's a challenge.
And it's fun.
It's fun. Really fun. It's really competitive. Rank is. Casual's just casual. We have fun. We do different things. We try different things. But rank's where it's at. Or like you said, you can do a private server and do the tactical realism where nobody has skills. You know. Mm-hmm. But you can get it for like $24 right now, and it's like that's the cheapest you're gonna find it. You're not finding it on Amazon for $20.
You're fucking kidding me? It's $20
It was an offer for like 15.
No, he said you're not.
Which is like $20. So, you know, last month. So I probably I'll maybe wait until it gets an offer. So it's not a priority game for me right now. But I'll definitely look into it. But if it goes like an offer or something, I'll definitely have a look at it.
That's the thing though, is I sold the game a couple months back, and I originally bought it for maybe, I think it was $40-50. And no, I think I bought it for 30, and I sold the game maybe a month or 2 later, 4 months later, and I only sold it for $5 cheaper. But then I rebought the game, and it was at the same price that I sold it at. So I really don't see, with the support that Ubisoft has been showing towards this game, I really don't see it going down in price that much.
No,
or that soon.
They keep on adding operators and stuff, and I mean, it's for like people like me. I love to build the operators up, my attackers and defenders. I'm trying not to buy them. I'm trying to actually earn the renown to get them up.
Yeah.
And that's fun. That's a challenge within itself right there, you know. But another one is the Division. I haven't played it enough to know how many people you can actually have in one lobby. But you can. Okay, 4. So you can be 4 just like this game.
I don't think I like.
Okay. Well, you might not like it.
I don't think I really like. Oh, you go ahead.
Yeah, if you don't think you like it, you can. It's tactical though. You can be tactical.
But I don't really like the way it all works. You know, because like look at the boss battles for example, or just look at the PvP in general. I mean, or against even the PvE. It's just silly at times. Like you could be shooting at. Like there's actual HP in this game rather than, you know, everyone's the same. For example, you can make Ghost Recon the fact but you have the same health as everyone else. If you put it on the highest difficulty and make it go on no HUD, you feel like you're one of the enemies. You feel like you have the same health as everyone. It's that bad, but well, it's that good to be honest. But that game, there could be guys who are level 25 who have like 16 times the health of you, because I'm not talking about PvP. I don't actually know how the PvP works in that. If there even is, yeah, there is. But I'm talking about PvE and all that. Like the tactical way, it is just a bullet sponge fest. It's just bullets constantly hitting into an enemy before eventually until it goes down. Just on the fact that he has HP higher than yours or HP higher than someone else's. It just doesn't feel real enough. Doesn't feel like it's actual, you know. It doesn't have to be military. It just has to be so that guns actually just kill people. Like, guns actually work rather than you just shooting at someone just because the fact that they're high level.
Yeah, let's sleep real quick, Travis.
Can take a lot more bullets. Like that's so silly in my opinion.
What do you suggest, Star? You play a lot of these games.
There's nothing out that he wants. I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. But he wants a super realistic game, and I mean, gaming companies right now, I mean, they're realizing that they can make a shit ton of money off of these fantasy-like games. I mean, with like with Ghost Recon, remember? I mean, it used to be something really tactical, and I mean now, I mean, you know, no offense, Wildlands is fine and whatever, but I mean, it's such a huge step down from where the franchise was like 10 years ago, you know, where it was that 4-player squad and, you know, you were having fucking conflicts and shit like that. I mean, now Future Soldier was pretty good. I liked that. That was a pretty good addition to the Ghost Recon, but I definitely think they should have kept Ghost Recon out of the like open world area. I don't think they did good with what they put out.
I do like the open world concept. But I know what you mean. There's a lot about the game which you know. But the problem I have with the companies now, and I do agree with you, is there's also the fact that they know that they can just squeeze as much money out of someone as possibly can. It's not about keeping the audience happy anymore. It just feels like the audience or the player base is just kind of shifted, and it's not about that anymore. It's just about how much money you can get out of them, and Ubisoft has had a lot. A lot of issues with that in the past. Getting tons of money out of a game, but the game's not that great because they don't really care about if people are happy or not at that point. They just care about money. So that's why people probably prefer smaller developers. But this game I actually have enjoyed though. But this game I have enjoyed a lot because they have a good basis for the game. And I think they could improve it, but I don't think they might as much as I believe.
I wholeheartedly agree with you. I think they have a great base for a game, and they're just. I don't know. I'm gonna reserve my final thoughts till this Fallen Ghost because it seems to hit all the boxes I was wanting it to hit as a player. Because I've got over 432 hours in this game right here alone.
What, in Ghost Recon? It seems. I think I have 207 hours on this.
Yeah, I have 432. And Ed is right. Ed, viewer, he just commented about how fast they make a game. They're putting games out a year, like Assassin's Creed. It was every year they were building a game. Ubisoft. Well, what are they doing? They're putting the same, some of the same contents, or at least the same basis from year 1 to year 2. It's all about the same stuff. It's like building a football game and just having new names, but the same, the same gameplay and all that. That doesn't never, refresh. And that's what a lot of these games are doing, because they see, like Call of Duty and stuff, they're seeing how much money they're making. They're not putting a whole lot into the development or a storyline or story mode or anything else like that, I don't think. But I love the base of this game is freaking amazing. I do. I love it. Because this what gives me the reason I like Ghost Recon is I like shooting at 200, 300, 400 meters. Well, Ghost or Rainbow Six Siege doesn't give me that opportunity. I mean, you're shooting everybody at a 30 or 40 meter shot, so there's really
that.
Right, with glass a little bit, but not much. And so it doesn't have that. But I still love playing it because I get to play with 5 people on a team. We get to be on the party chat, and when we're going good and we got a good group. I mean, that's 5 people, man. And you can have a lot of fun. But you need that roamer. And I know what you're saying, because we have to have a roamer. I tell us all the time. Really, you need about 2 roamers on defense.
Well, mainly the point of the roamer is to keep the attackers from getting to the objective as fast as they do sometimes. And if they get there as fast as they normally do, then most of the time you're absolutely fucked.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So if you have a decent roamer, you could keep them off the objective for at least 1 to 2 minutes.
I just discovered that I have a £2 coin here, which is the First World War vintage £2 coin. Huh.
Yeah, Ed's right. He said that he just said viewers watching us, basically listening to our conversation, because I'm not doing a whole lot of gameplay. But he said, and for the money they make off the games, they should be better. They should be a better product, and he's 100% right. They're not putting a better product out there. And I'm about to die.
I'll come and help you in a sec, Max. Let me just get some food.
No, you're good, buddy. I'm just playing around.
I mean, we're to blame for that. I mean, the fact that nobody's really stepped up and done had started a boycott over the fact that we're paying $60 for a game, and I mean, if you take a game from 10 years ago and a game from today and you play them at the same time, you'll finish the game today in a day. But I mean, a game that came out in 2005, it'll take you a couple days to beat because it was so in depth. It didn't look good graphics wise, but I mean, there was just so much to do inside the game. That's not what this is. They're not doing that anymore.
I mean, I agree with you, but then you'll get games like The Last of Us. The Last of Us was one of the best story games I've ever played in my life. Okay, it may be a rare game, but when you get a rare game, you as a gamer, we should be out there saying, you know what, that was the game. And as far as a story, I've played so many games. I'm an RPG fan. I'm starting to play war games. That is the best story I've ever played in a video game, I feel like.
I used to play Bad Company too.
Oh, I like Bad Company too. I did. Yeah. But I still think The Last of Us, I love that story mode. I honestly, he didn't give a shit about that little girl until the end. You build that relationship. It's kind of like the Mass Effect games. Spoilers. Everybody can say what you want to about Mass Effect, but from game 1 to game 3, you've built these relationships with these characters,
Oh, yeah.
So it's like me and you, we talk every day. It's the same philosophy, I never, Ed just asked me about Navy SEALs games on the PS3. I never played none.
SOCOM.
Ooh, yeah.
I think I played SEALCOM though, but I don't remember playing the Navy SEAL games.
Medal of Honor Warfighter was a pretty good game.
And Daniel just said Inception. Did y'all play Inception?
That was a movie.
That's a movie. Yeah. Daniel, it's a movie. Just for your knowledge. But
I mean, the Medal of Honor Warfighter, that was pretty good. They should have continued with that.
Yeah, I know. Ed just said that they're making The Last of Us 2, and I absolutely know that. I've done seen the trailer. She's singing. She's got blood. She's out for revenge this time. So I'm very. The thing about The Last of Us 2 is they brought real actors, brought real actors in to play these parts, and
they actually brought back the same people though. I thought.
But listen, the two actors, they wanted to be in this the game. Like they kept telling and calling the developers and saying, "Hey, are y'all going to put?" They wanted to be a part of it. It wasn't one of those things where, hey, they knew they made good money. You're going to have to give me a pay raise to bring me back, or be like how Harrison Ford was for the last Star Wars movie. No, they actually legitimately wanted to be a part of it. And I feel like when people want to be a part of a project, something like that, then you're going to get a better product as a gamer or as a storyteller. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you guys should definitely look up a game called Kingdom Come Deliverance. It's coming out this year, mid this year. And it's one of those really small companies, but yet they spent years and years and years on. And it's actually coming to PS4. It's
so
called Kingdom Come Deliverance. It's like
so glad you said that. I'm sorry for interrupting you, Walter. Sorry.
Yeah, and I'm just saying all the actors, the way there's hundreds of hours of cutscenes, and they do that by having all these little wires and lights and in actual real sets. The way they do the cutscenes is they make real sets up with real furniture and all this real stuff. And the actors that play the guys' voices, their faces are scanned in, and they're put in the game as themselves, playing a character from history. And they're blind. All the main characters, there's like 50 main characters, and almost all of them have been interviewed on the YouTube channel. Only like the main ones have been interviewed, and they've all said that they discovered this game themselves, and they wanted to be in this game. Brian Blessed is actually one of the main characters. You know who Brian Blessed is?
No, I don't.
He's like a really famous actor with an amazing voice, but he talks about his ambition for the game, and how he's never ever been in a video game before, but he feels so ambitious and so happy to see such progress on a game that spent years and years on, and the developers want to be the most successful they can. They want to rush it, and finally it's got a release date for 2017, and this company isn't about money, which is I like about it. It's all about, because they have enough money, they're like rich, because the actual people who are part of the company are really rich, and they can afford to make all these special editions for the games, and they're all for the player base, not for money, which I'm really of course for money.
Which is funny. I spent 2 hours today researching this exact game. It's at top of my list. I have a list that I keep down, and every day I'll do 30 minutes, 40 minutes of researching games that are coming out or they're about to come to alpha or beta. It's something I choose to do. It's for my own fun, because I want to be ahead of the curve on these games, because I've never been. But you're dead on. That's my number one game that I want right now is Kingdom Come, and so I'm debating, because I have the PC to play it, but I'm wondering if I want to wait for the the PS4. I don't want to buy it twice. Obviously, I want to have it on one of them. But yeah.
It comes out the same day. It will come out the same time, so it's okay.
Okay.
Of course, it's on beta right now, of course. But when a game comes out fully, mid this year, it'll all come out on PS4, Xbox, and PC, which I'm really excited for. It's one of those games I've had on my watch list for a very long time. I've been keep track of it ever since it was announced.
Have you
3 years ago?
Have you looked at the Escape from, I'm going to run the last name, Tarvalus or Tarvals, or it's like a...
Escape from
Tarkus, right?
Tarkus,
yeah, Tarkus.
There it is.
Yeah, it's that Russian thing, right?
Yeah, it's a Russian thing. I knew I was going to ruin it before I said it, but have you checked into that any?
That game looks
good.
But
I don't know if it's coming out. I don't know if it's coming out like PS4 and all, but I'm definitely not. Yeah, I definitely looked at it PC, and it's awesome. It looks awesome.
Well, I was just thinking that even though it's a survival type, that might be something that y'all can play tactically wise and defend each other PvP wise. Get a clan together. Yeah. Because that looks really good. And literally, from what I've done the research on it, you can literally mod every part of the gun. Like There's so many mods for the guns. It's unfreaking real. You know what I mean? And the only thing I could buy it right now, but it's like $139 to play it in alpha. And like they got set baits or set deals on it. $139 to buy it and get it fully in alpha right now. And I really don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I would like it. I think I would, but I'm not quite sure enough to know to buy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, when it'll probably die down in price when it actually gets released.
Yeah,
that'll be some time.
But again, that's the problem with games being alpha and stuff like that, is they lose their momentum that they get from being in alpha, and then people don't really enjoy the game as much as they would if it was just the full release.
I fully agree with you. I've got to where that's all I want to buy is alphas now. But that's the thing. There's no more free playing alphas no more. Or, you know what I mean? Or being selected for beta. Yeah. All these companies, especially the small companies, and I get that and I understand, but they want you to pay $50-$60 before you've even played the product. Like, I would like, if a game told me, hey, I'm going to give you 2 days, and then if you want to keep playing the alpha, you've got to pay it. I would be fully willing to do that because within 2 days, trial. I'll know if I like it or not. I'll know if I like the concept. And I'm not a person that worries about the alpha, the graphics. I just want to see progress in it, and I'm okay with keep playing something like that. But the developers are not doing that. They're wanting you to pay full price off the rip, so they can go ahead and have that money, and then they'll guarantee you the game in the beta. But I'm not going to do that if I don't know I like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you probably should I definitely agree with you when waiting. I mean, I would if I were you, I wouldn't do that. You made a good choice there, I think. I mean, making the developers doing that, it could also put you off the final game, because if you're looking at like the fact that they're wanting lots of money. Yeah, it's obviously for a reason. They obviously want money so they can develop the game in the future. But that gives you some that makes you think if that's the reason why they want that money is because they're not getting the money properly, because they're not that ambitious. I mean, who knows? You want the best chance to get a final game, which is fantastic. So usually the best way to see that is if a developer or some kind of game company would release a very, very basic alpha or beta, but release it for free. You know what I mean? That if they do that, then it shows the player base the fact that they are definitely they're definitely ambitious towards the game, and they don't want to just squeeze people's wallets out.
They used to do that. They used to do that all the time, and now it's and back to what Star says. It's us, the fan base. We're willing to buy. We're so hungry for new content that we're willing to buy anything and everything. I'm not that way. I want great games, and I'm willing to pay a good price for great games. But I want to make sure it's got potential to be a great game. It don't have to be great off the rip, but it just has to almost, at least let me see the potential before I pay you that, even if it's an alpha. But, what's up, Don? I just died. I think I just killed both of us.
You okay, Max?
Yeah, I'm dead.
Dead. Oh.
The thing I've seen is The Witcher. Witcher 3 really ratcheted up what good gameplay / content / everything. They're the new standard of what great is, not what good is. What great is. You know what I'm saying? When they're
it's actually my number one. For the night. It's actually my number one most played game on PS4 now. It's got over 1,500 hours on it on PS4. Witcher 3. It's my number one most played game, and I've completed everything in that game. I absolutely adore it. But yeah, I do agree with you there. It's one of the best games that you can buy right now, and it's not. It's also good because look at all the free DLCs you can get with it as well. It's got like 20 free DLCs you can just buy because it is a great game, and the developers know how to make people happy.
The DLCs that you can get, like the Wine Country or something like that. It's such like a large DLC.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, there's a certain code that you can put into the thing, but it's such a large DLC that most people consider it its own game.
Well, yeah, Blood and Wine was basic. You could play Blood and Wine by itself, and you could definitely make it. I played Blood and Wine like 70, 80 hours. I don't know any games that are story based, which I play 70 to 80 hours without getting bored.
Well, that's the thing.
That's amazing.
That's the true thing.
The DLC.
The DLCs are better than a lot of games that are coming out. That's what I'm saying about Witcher. The DLCs, and besides Witcher, I would say Rockstar is the second best developer out there right now. But besides that, The Witcher, their DLCs was better than a lot of base games. Okay, I know what you're wanting to do. I'm getting out. And that's what's crazy. That small, that's a small group, right? All they ever worry about was the Witcher games, right? Ain't that all they develop? I'm pretty sure.
Oh god, whoops! I'll fly. Don't worry. Oh god.
Well, we get shot from a shitload of cobblestone. Did you guys drop all this out here on purpose?
Yeah, I'm leveling this mountain over here.
Well, I'm gonna go put this.
Well, Ed says that Grand Theft Auto has a grand fan base because of the developers, which is Rockstar. They only listen to the buyers, which he's correct. Rockstar has a amazing fan base altogether, anyways, because of Grand Theft Auto games, but also because of Red Dead Redemption, the first one. And so,
but can you honestly base the developers for the reason why Grand Theft Auto is so good? I mean, literally, Grand Theft Auto hasn't really changed. I mean, if anything,
What were you saying, Dom?
There's really no increase. There's nothing that they've done new.
Well, I will say this:
the minecart chest.
that the Red Dead Redemption, the first one, was so good, and it was so much different than Grand Theft Auto. Well, you have to agree with that. It's so much. They're so different. And both of them are really good.
I'm really sorry about that helicopter, by the way. I don't know what happened. I just lost control.
Oh, you're good, buddy. I don't need the point.
Yeah, yeah. I usually have fantastic flying. I don't know what the hell I just did there, but we've got a hostage. What do you want to do with him? He survived the crash for some reason.
That's why either the World War II game, Call of Duty World War II. But Red Dead Redemption has a good chance if they put out in September, like people are saying, they have a really good chance to be Game of the Year. And which is hard for me because his hero was Horizon Zero Dawn is a great game. I don't know if any of y'all played it. It's really good.
I just don't know how people could say Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be the Game of the Year. I mean, the game was fun, but I mean, let's be honest, the only real aspect of it, and the same as Grand Theft Auto, was the multiplayer. I mean, I'm pretty sure nobody really paid too much attention to the story. It was just the fact that you can go around and ride on fucking cowboys.
I really like the story of the first Red Dead. I mean, I also like the story of Grand Theft Auto. I actually played the story way more than I did multiplayer for both those games. One of the reasons why that was because of the fact that I didn't have internet back then when I had those games. But when I did, I barely played them on multiplayer, especially Red Dead Redemption. I don't think I ever played multiplayer Red Dead on that game. I just like messing around with everything in the world, and there's so much to just do. Like just just go on a train and just hold up everyone in the train and just see how long you can survive against the whole armada of military. It was fun to mess around with. It's a good sandbox. Even though it wasn't built for sandbox, there's so many things you could do in that game. But oh, Max, have you seen if you've been researching, have you seen the game Cyberpunk 2077?
I sure have. It's like
CD
third or
Projekt
fourth
Red,
on my list. There's also Rise of the King, Ancestors, Ash of Creation, Stalkers, another game, Day and Night, Edge of Eternity, Wild, Greenfall, Lost Regions, Days Gone, Frostpunk, the Avatar game. So yeah, I've done a lot. Ed just asked me about Mass Effect. I have Mass Effect, and Mass Effect's always been one of my favorite series. And I love the new one. I just haven't finished it because I've got on this game and then I got on Siege with Star. So, but as far as like game, everybody said it was buggy and stuff, and I'm really impressed that it wasn't. I think they delivered. I think that you can actually. It's one of the first games where you have legitimate enough content to where you can actually be maxed out and everything. And there's so much to do, and it's not like simple smash and grab missions. They're actually in-depth missions. So I think it's pretty cool. I really did like the new Mass Effect game, and I need to put it back in and actually finish the story. Because I got so caught up doing side quests and stuff because they're like I said, they're a lot different than most games. Star, back to Red Dead Redemption. Go ahead, Walrus.
Yeah, I'm just saying I'm excited for CTV Project Red's new thing because the reputation they got from The Witcher 3. I mean, all the Witcher games except for the first one. Apparently, the first one was fantastic. But the Witcher 3, because they did that, it's shown that they're a reliable company. That they always care about people in their player base, and they'll spend years perfecting it, and they're still updating it to this day. Adding little tweaks and updates to make the game as best as possible. So obviously, I think CD Projekt Red is one of my favourite companies right now because of that, and I can't wait for their second game to come out, the Cyberpunk 2077. Well, not second game, you know what I mean? Just their second modern game to come out, and you know, all the stuff I've heard of it.
You know what they're gonna do with The Witcher, right?
Well, yeah, they're making a TV show, but that's not CD Projekt Red. That's actually not the game company. That's the author, which hates the games. So.
Well, they're talking about bringing the game and bringing Ciri and making the game about Ciri. You know, so supposedly.
It's been announced that one of the producers, though, just like Game of Thrones, one of the producers is the author, and the author despises the games. The author, if you've seen some of the quotes the author says about the game, it's horrible. He just keeps talking about the fact that the games would never be as popular without the books, or the fact that the reason why the games are popular is because the books are only unpopular in Germany. Nobody would have ever known the books over here if it wasn't for the game. But
I didn't even know there was books out.
He said so many times that he despised the games, and because even though they were like books 20 years before the games, he believes that without the games, without him, the games wouldn't be successful. Thing is, I disagree with the author. I think the games have gotten way more successful than these books, easily.
I think that's why
he hates
salty.
He hates the games.
That's because everyone wants to play games but not read.
Yeah, he's the producer of the Witcher books, of the Witcher TV show. So, if he's going to be in charge, I don't think the
completely
TV show will
different.
have anything to do with the game. Yeah. Oh wait. For a second, I thought we were stopping here for some reason.
No, they're. I've heard rumors that they're making Ciri a full-fledged Witcher, and that's going to be your next character, her, as a full.
Oh, you mean like?
Yeah, it'd be her own game, and it would be like she would be introduced as a full-fledged Witcher, is what I've read.
I would really enjoy that.
Yeah, me
of course,
too.
I mean, there's always other people's plays though, because remember, Ciri dies at the end
We
if
don't
you're
really
bad.
have many diamonds, so.
Right.
I did all the good options in that game without a walkthrough. I actually managed to do every single good option without even the need for a walkthrough. In fact, I've never used a walkthrough for The Witcher 3. But I know Ciri dies though at the end if you're like a bad player. So how is that going to work if implementing a new game with the fact that
I don't know because
people will have different.
We'll see, because for me, I'm never a bad player on any game I play. I try not to be. You know,
yeah, same.
Yeah.
Where'd Star go?
I don't know. He might be leaving so that we could start our own party.
Yeah,
so you guys can keep talking. Yeah. Well, I'll talk to you guys later.
To get separated.
I see, buddy. Alright.
I just, yeah, I can't wait for the Cyberpunk though, because the fact that it's the same company. That's all I'm going to say about these games. Let's actually play a game. Those guys obviously got annoyed at us talking too much.
Oh, it's okay. They're good guys. They just, oh, right there. Gotta go this way.
I think I'd probably get annoyed if I were them. Actually, want to play a game and just having us chatting away. So who knows? Look forward to that. Oh, you've got one viewer on your live stream.
Yeah. Nasty, you here? What are you doing? What kind of game does Nasty want to see? Tell me what kind of game Nasty wants to see. This guy says Final Fantasy hasn't had a good Final Fantasy since Final Fantasy X, and I'm inclined to agree with him. Final Fantasy X was one of the best Final Fantasies I ever played. What are you a fan of? Oh no, you're a Grand Theft Auto fan too, ain't you? Have they talked about that any?
Sniper up in the tower.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of info about it, but it's all been so skeptical. It doesn't even sound like it should even exist. So I'm not even gonna look at all that.
There's another tango. He's dead.
I don't see why, because they've made so much money off of it.
Mine's in a small.
But that's the thing, Max. They've made so much money off the fifth one. Why would they need to make a new one?
That is true. That is true.
I mean, they're constantly updating it now. I mean, I don't think a new one is gonna come out for a very long time.
Sniper up in the tower. Sniper, top of the tower. He's down.
Yes. Yeah, there was one game which I really, if you really look at, you know, the Fallout game, New Vegas.
Oh man, I love New Vegas. God, I love New Vegas.
I love it. It's my #1 most played game on PS3. While number one PS4 game is The Witcher, and oops. Oh my God, how did I miss him twice? New Vegas was very, very unfinished. It had many aspects and concepts of the games missing because they didn't have enough time nor had the resources to do what they needed to do. And yet it still was an amazing game, even at that. But for example, if you look at the actual New Vegas city, the city's supposed to be like 3 times the size. It's supposed to have like 6 times the amount of players or like AIs in the city. It's supposed to be a way bigger game. And a way bigger campaign and all sorts of story missions, and the game was never ever finished. And it's
I wish they would remaster it on PS4 and add that.
Mod support was one of the things that saved the game, because mod support gave the players to add all the extra content that was never in the game. And you know, it's just one of those games which people mod so well as well. So, but I even without mods, I actually really enjoy. I really enjoy New Vegas. I was playing it like a couple of weeks ago. In fact, it was the #1 game I played when I brought my PS4. Because you heard about that, Max, didn't you?
Yeah, I know. I was so excited for Fallout 4, but it just didn't live up to what I wanted it to be.
Same. Yeah, I agree with you. Because I played so much in New Vegas, I was like, I pre-ordered the game. It was actually my very first pre-order ever. Was Fallout 4. I never pre-ordered anything prior to that. But Fallout 4 I was so excited for it, and as much as it was a decent game.
Yeah, it was definitely a decent game.
Like, yeah, it was definitely good. There was a lot of gameplay to it. I played a lot of it, I'd say, but it was just the fact that if you were to compare it to New Vegas, you'd never think it was good.
I think that's what they'll do at Fallout 5. They've realized that people like to play with people like this game, and this has been successful. So I figure a co-op for Fallout's the next step.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have to. Why? Because the
dog meat. But dog meat, that makes no sense, because dog meat's supposed to that means he's 220-year-old. That's just stupid. It just ruins the lore. I didn't like dog meat being in it. I thought it was kind of silly.
That tango's down.
I love Fallout, but like I said, it's so hard for me to play Fallout 4 because once I've done everything on a game, I'll hardly ever go back to it. You know what I mean?
I finished Fallout 4 with everything I could do. Of course, I never ever got the DLCs because after that, I just felt like, especially because I looked at a lot of the DLCs and I thought I was getting them. It didn't seem like it added that much. I mean, I heard that Far Harbor was decent, but it only added like a little bit, like only a few.
And that's what sucks with me because I own all the Fallout DLCs and I ain't played none of them. I own all the DLCs to Witcher 3, and I've not played them. It's nothing against them because I've read the reviews multiple times. I know how great they are. I just got to that point where with Witcher, you know.
Yeah, the Witcher 3's DLCs are probably the best I've ever seen of any other game. It's just the right definition of what a DLC should be.
Third target there. That tango's down. Target number 3. Eyes on third.
Wait, are you okay, Max?
Yeah, I'm okay.
God,
I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, someone's dead.
No, I'm
Who's
dead.
dead? Is that Rats?
Oh, Rats joined us.
Took you so long.
Yeah. Oh God. Too much.
What about World of War? I don't know much about that game. You know much?
Was that MMO, wasn't it?
You know anything about it, Walrus?
Well, the World at War. Wait. World at War. That's the well, World at War is a COD game, but that's the one of the COD games. It's like one of the best COD games ever made. It's like that's where zombies started off.
Oh, I'm not.
But I don't know what that guy means. That Ed's Ray All guy. He could be talking about COD. I don't know, but he could not be.
Well,
see,
although I play zombie games, I play for the entirely different reason. I'm not a zombie fan. I only play because the zombies are more of a survival style games. That's the only reason I play the zombies, like State of Decay 2 and DayZ. I like the survivor aspect of it. That's the only reason I play them. It was a World War II based. It had actual war footage in it. Ed said.
But the new COD game that's kind of come out this year, the World War II thing.
Yeah.
People. It's either getting hate or it's either getting love. The hate that is involved is usually it's usually the fact that they could just be copying back to their old stage to where they had the golden age, moving back to where they were successful rather than making something new, because people got sick of the spacey technology, jump boost, jetpack stuff, right? So people wanted boots on the ground, but they did that. That's what they're doing this year, but they're just moving back to what they've already done in the past, which are just making people think that they're just throwing out games. It just seems like they don't care anymore. But then again, some people do really, really like the idea because their memories are getting sparked of World at War in the golden age of COD. It's all about how you think about.
Well, it never hurts us to actually think about where we've been and what mistakes we've made as human beings.
I got eyes on another one. I see a fifth target. I got number 10. I shut off the alarm.
Let's do the stealth this time rather than just rushing in.
Alright.
I've just done. We actually just rushed in, and because well, that's what I did anyway. It's my fault.
I'm looking at a small group of tangos.
Then why play it?
It is for some people, by the way. It definitely is for some people. The COD games that a lot of people do like them, but the majority don't. So a game company should always look at majority. I mean, I know that's a bit unfair for minority, but game developers should never.
That tango's down.
How the fuck?
He's gone.
I think Rats
that shot I just did.
I think Rats is just going crazy, ain't he?
There's a guy in here that saw him though. There's two guys in there. He's invincible on my end. Why he won't die? Okay, there we go. Oh, this guy's down there. Let's push up to the front gate and just hold the front gate and let them come to us.
Copy.
Just sit here and wait for them. Let's choke them out.
I think Red Dead Redemption 2 is gonna be a great game. You're gonna get to have your own posse, and y'all go rob banks and stuff together, stagecoaches.
I know. I really did like the first game. I haven't played it in years though.
Oh, it's great.
I never ever played the multiplayer though, because I never connected to the internet back then. Let's just sit here, this little square bit of sandbags. Let's just hold down this bit.
Alright.
So Rats.
I don't think we'll have to worry about it. Rats are gonna go solo.
Uh oh.
He's going solo dolo. Oh shit. That's not good.
That's not good one bit. It's okay as long as we hold here. Going frags.
We're in trouble.
To your left, to your left, to your left. In the hangar. Is Rats down, by the way? I don't know.
I think he left with the helicopter.
Oh. That's scary, guys.
Frag out.
There's a lot of guys here, I think. I think we have to retreat, you know. Oh, never mind. Yo, see the APC?
Nice job. I'll ping the chopper's location
Right there.
so they can take
Right where those guys are. Oh god, I got a grenade. Oh.
I ask myself that question every day.
Oh god. Max, come back. I traded. Oh god.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah.
I hate trading in this game. Yeah, card games are really unbalanced. He's parachuting in. Go on, watch out, Max.
I know, I'm tapping something in.
For some reason you're not dead yet, even though you're... Oh, you're gonna get down, though. Yep. I need some reinforcements bad right now. I'm heading down.
Alright, I'm on my way.
I'm 1 bullet off death. Hold on, I have to get down. I won't be able to shoot right now.
Oh, I'm down.
Where are you down? Oh, wait. Oh, you're right beside me. Okay, that's okay. I'm gonna come. You're down in a really weird position though. Oh, Rats is coming, Rats is coming. Alright, I'm gonna try and suppress them all. Wait, Max, did you just get downed again?
Yeah.
You were up, were you AFK?
Yeah, by the time I was texting and by the time I figured out I was healing, I was... Spyro?
Max, need your help. Come on, get up. Right, here we go. Let's go.
Let's go. Where you going?
Well, where's Rats? He's to the right of me.
Oh, freak.
Should be right about there.
He is to our right. Alright, I got him.
Oh, he's there, he's there.
Nasty.
I'm sorry, advanced warfare kind of pissed me off.
I'm sorry. What's up, Rat?
Hello.
Where's my Black Ops 3? There it is.
Oh, what?
You need to get Ghost Recon.
Oh, there's a guy in... A guy just popped in. He was invisible on my screen. I was wondering where I was getting shot from.
Is that what you guys are playing?
Yeah, you want to play with
us?
I have to download the game.
How many shots can this guy take?
Where is it?
What is Spyro?
Recon.
What is Spyro? You know what Spyro is?
Oh, they're fucking behind me, ain't they?
That mic though.
I'm gonna check a stream out to see if
I got you, buddy. I got you.
a remaster of Spyro would be great. Yeah, Spyro is fantastic. It's like a dragon. You play as this dragon. And it's,
yeah.
It'll take me too long to explain. Yeah, and it's
Ed said that a remastered
I don't
of
think they're ever
Spyro.
gonna remaster PS1 games though.
It'd be cool though.
Remaster PS1 games. Yeah, it would be good, but I think it's just PS2 games that would be remastered. But of course, Spyro was on the PS2. I actually preferred the PS2 Spyros. I mean, a lot of people don't like me for saying that, but I really did like the PS2 Spyros. It was A Hero's Tale and Tale of something, I can't remember what it was. But those two I actually really liked, and those were on PS2, so you know. They can do that, they can remaster them, but I don't think that'll ever happen. Because Spyro hasn't really got much of a fan base anymore. I mean, I don't know why they're doing Crash Bandicoot. People love Crash Bandicoot, but
let's see.
I think it's more of a money grab right now for remasters. It's not so much the fact that, you know, it's trying to regain that player base.
My thing is, if you do a remastered, you ought to add new content.
No, I just like to play a game again. That's all.
No, I get
like,
that,
example,
but like we're talking about
something like
when we was talking about Fallout, the Fallout New Vegas, I would like for them to remaster, but I'd also like for them to add content that either they couldn't at the time, but they wanted to. You get what I'm saying now?
I know what you mean, yeah. But there was also you know, did you ever play the game Simpsons Hit and Run? It was fantastic. It was like the best PS2 game ever. It was like a GTA clone, but really for the Simpsons universe, and it was just such a good game. And even now, I can play it and have so much fun with it. Like, you don't have to be even a fan of the Simpsons to do anything, but it was absolutely amazing. And if they were to remaster that now, I think you might ruin. If you were to add more stuff to that, it just feel like open fire if you can. Open fire on the helicopters, please. You've got the cannon in the front.
Oh, you're high now.
I think it makes sure. Yeah, I got to go down. Oh well. Oh no! I hate that glitch so bad. Hold on. Spy.
Good night. Good night.
Max, that always happens with on co-op. It's really dodgy the Cobra, because if you're on co-op and if you're turning too quickly, if there's a slight sync problem, like a delay, the missiles can hit ourselves. And it's so annoying because I just shot a missile and our own missile hit us and destroyed us in one hit. It's so stupid. All it takes is the missile to clip inside the rocket pod and it just destroys the whole helicopter. It's so annoying. Anyway, Max, I might actually leave because you know time's getting on, and
okay.
I'd like to actually
that's cool, buddy.
have a bit of a rest. But it's been a great talk.
Yeah, man. Play tomorrow if you want to.
Oh yeah, I will be on tomorrow. But I'm sure we can get an actual solid gameplay some other day.
Yeah, man. I'll hit you up from now on. I'll start hitting you up.
Yeah, absolutely. And so yeah, I'll see you guys later.
Just remember, I love you, buddy.
Good luck with the
Max,
with further
it's not nice
games,
to hit people.
I love him though. I love him. Don't that count?
No. You just said you will start hitting him. It's not nice.
No. I like yours, though.
What? I had to mute that guy. His mic is like really loud. I couldn't hear you. What the hell are you around? I'm gonna download this tonight.
Alright, Ed, yeah, you're more welcome to join us, buddy.
So I can play tomorrow, cause this is gonna take like 4 hours, okay?
Well, you don't have to play with me.
What?
But that's cool. I'll add you into my little, my task force. How many people have you got, Rats? How many people have you got in there now?
Got me fucking done for the stupid shit I do.
8 or 9 of y'all. We're like...
One thing you do when you got me fucking down for the stupid shit I do.
I've got like 45. Well, I rarely have 45 on at the same time, but I understand. Most of the players, there's probably about 10, 15 that don't even play no more. But that's just the way it is. It's just the way it is, man. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a great game. I'll be on day and night till I beat it. I just had to take a break. I got burned out. I didn't like it at all. I think Ubisoft got people in the freaking ass on that game. I mean, that's bullcrap. That was... I played it. I probably got... maybe 6 hours in it, maybe. And I doubt that. Yeah, I ain't worried about that shit. I wanna, you know... Yeah. And then you just take it from him? Yeah. No, dude, I don't worry about them damn things. Yeah. I mean, there's stuff to give you stuff. I know they finally gave you a weapon, right?